Yes, the Guard Your Savings podcast, audio explosion right into the ears, ladies and gentlemen, with your host, Dolph, Janis, founder, insurance professional, and income strategist at Clear Income Strategies Group. I'm your co-host, Doug Turnbull. Honored to be on with you, Dolph, today, and your whole Clear Income Strategies Group team, where people can get in touch with you at guardyoursavings.com or by dialing you up at 704-919-0149. And these last few episodes, you've actually had listeners to the show emailing you with topic suggestions. So how can they do that? How do you use the address? What topics do you like to hear? And what did they suggest for today?
They go to info@cisforlife.com, and that's info@cisforlife.com, and say, hey, Dolph, we enjoy your podcast, or we hate your podcast, or you're fun to listen to, yada, yada, whatever it might be. Would you mind talking about such? And I look them over, and if I can legally talk about it, boom, I will. For all those people that have asked me to talk about product, different products and stuff like that, I'm sorry, but again, I'm an educator first. I'm not a salesman. And talking about product on the air is not fair because every single person's situation is different. So if I talked about product with you, I'm ignoring 95% of the audience, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not trying to offend you, but I'm talking about educational products. And today, Jerry from Ballantyne came up with about fees, good, bad, the ugly, and do we really need them? But before we get started, Doug, this is a sad day because you got promoted to, A111 News in Atlanta. And this is the last time that you and I have the pleasure of doing this podcast. So I'm a little teary-eyed on this last show here.
Listen, I appreciate you bringing that up. Yeah, I getting a chance to go back to reporting traffic, which was a job that I had before getting to step onto this podcast with you here with 11 Alive News in Atlanta. It's a TV opportunity, which is the first time for me to get to be primarily TV. I'd been radio for 20 years before that. So I honestly was really looking forward to staying and doing this, and they kept working on me, and here we are. So we're going to have a chance to get to do that, and this will be our last one together here, Dolph, and I've really enjoyed getting to put these together with you, help brainstorm ideas, and hopefully it's helping grow your standing with people and have more people interested. So
that's just what you get for being handsome. If I had your looks and my voice, I'd be gold, but that's what you get for being a handsome Dan.
I'm pretty sure that it was, he's done Atlanta traffic a long time. We'll put up with the looks. We'll just have to accept the looks as. I think that it was more like that. So, but nonetheless, I appreciate it, man. You do great on camera yourself. That's why I love you guys have a YouTube page. You're putting up clips of the show all over social media. So you're really making the best of yours, my man. So keep mugging. Keep mugging.
If we can help one person a day and educate one person a day, that's 365 people a year, and that means we're doing something right.
That's correct. So today's episode, was it Jerry from Ballantyne that wanted to talk about good and bad fees, right?
Yeah, Jerry, let's see. He goes, Dolph, can you talk about fees? Are they good or bad or ugly? What can they really accomplish?
Good, bad, or ugly. And so it's easy if you think about the little things in life that we do, especially these days, the creature comforts, you can have Prime or some other online order show right up on your doorstep. I don't know if I've shared this with you or not, Dolph, but I actually, at my church, Decatur City Church, I'm based out of Atlanta. I volunteer with high schoolers. I have a high school guys group. They're rising seniors, started with them as ninth graders. That means some of them now I've known over 3 years. And one of them at 10:45 at night called me. And I'm like, oh my God, what happened? He called me because his paycheck was in a couple of days. His parents were asleep, and he was asking if I could Cash App him so he could Doordash some food at 11 o'clock at night, which I thought was immediately suspect. I'm like, what are you really doing? All right. He did end up Doordashing, but I didn't send him the money. So I don't know how he got the money, but my reasoning for not sending it to him, and it was sincere. I was just like, this is a little bit of a suspect story. All right. Or doesn't it seem like really like you don't have any food in the fridge? But my reasoning to him was, hey, man, have you ever heard of the book, The Millionaires Next Door? Where a lot of times people are unassumingly rich because they don't overpay for things. That's the gist of that. I said, right. If you DoorDash your food, there's fees baked in because you got to pay the driver and the convenience fee of the restaurant. And you're going to pay way more for that food. Why don't you get your older brother to drive you and get some food late at night? You'll save money. And he goes, all right, man. He ended up DoorDashing anyway. But the point is fees can be good or bad depending on how it's used, right? So with that long lead in there, Dolph, help us out with how that applies to your industry and what you're like to educate on.
End of the day, if you're going to pay a fee for something, you better get something for it.
Yes.
And DoorDash, there's nothing wrong with the fees. Because they're saving you the time, and time is the one thing in this world that you can never take back. And they're saving you the convenience factor of having to get out of your car, go get something, bring it back, and doing it. But then also, if you're not leaving a tip, then anyhow, I'm not going to get into the tip story because that's just crazy. But
Yeah.
fees
Gotta
are
be careful.
responsibles out there, and there's a lot of people out there, and I'm going to anger some people out here right now, and I'm sorry for doing that. Like money managers that are out there, and I know a lot of them out there, and they're good people. They're just part of the industry. I'm not involved in that because I told my wife 21 years ago when I started this venture for the rest of my life that I'm not going to charge fees and I'm not going to have any clients lose a penny. And I'm running 21 years straight where neither one of those have happened, unless it was involuntary where they wanted to lose money by pulling their money out early or something. That's nothing I had to involved in. But I've never charged a fee for my services. I mean, I said, as an educator, money managers are going to charge you anywhere from 0.5% to 1.25% to put your money in an account with a computer or a Fidelity or whatever it is, and monitor that account allegedly. And I wanted to ask you a question. I said, sorry, I'm not trying to sound disrespectful in any means because some of these guys are really good people. But how often do they contact you? If the market's volatile as it is now, are they contacting you weekly, monthly, quarterly, annually, ever? Like a car salesman. I mean, I'm still getting calls from car salesmen from cars I haven't owned in 10 years. Hey, it's about time for that lease to come up. I'm like, that ended 10 years ago. Oh, well, I can help you with a new car. No. But fees can be great. I mean, those I think money managed fees I don't think are good personally. Or if there's going to be a money managed fee, it should be 0.25%. I mean, I agree with the industry out there. 0.25% to manage your money is more than fair for them for that to do what they're actually doing. Now, when it comes to portfolio out there, like credit cards offer these fees, yearly fees for 200 to 400, whatever. What are they giving you for it?
Yeah.
Like Capital One. I mean, you get access to the Capital One Lounge, Doug.
Hey,
You know how many Capital One's lounge there are in America?
I do not.
3. So you're paying $150 to get access to 3 lounges, 3 different airports. That's it.
Is Charlotte Douglas one of them?
No, Charlotte Douglas is not one of them. I don't even know where the 3 are, but I mean, you have these different ones that are charging you for extra points of the flashback. When you get credit cards, don't pay money for a fee for something that you don't need. I mean, there's so many cards out there offering you cash back and things out there, airline miles. Do it. Now, when it comes to your portfolio fees, like I said, for annuities, one of the down smacks of annuities people have been talking about for years is how much you're paying for a fee and for different things. Well, guess what? A variable annuity, which I wouldn't offer to an Ohio State fan, mind you, is loaded with fees because it's just another investment product through FINRA. It's not insured, not guaranteed, and you're gonna knock around between 2 and 5% in fees in those. And like I said, and I'm not a fan of Ohio State, and I wouldn't even give one of those even talk to them about it. And that's why I'm not even licensed to offer variable annuities because they're so horrible. They got so many complaints. But fixed annuities, it's like a CD. There's no fees attached to it. You put your money in there, it's tax deferred, boom, done. Now, if you're going to get a regular annuity and you're going to have a fee attached to it, you better be getting something for that fee. Whether it's enhanced payment, whether it's a income strategy for life, a payment for life, but you're going to get something in return for it, like a long-term care coverage insurance on there or an enhanced death benefit. But if there's just a fee for them to manage their account, there are companies out there that charge just a fee just to open the account, and there's no enhanced benefits for it, then why would you want it? That's what I'm talking about, Jerry. It's like, why would you want something that's not giving you a benefit for it? You go to a hotel and they charge you a resort fee. I've seen resort fees as low as $20 to as high as $100. But what is a resort fee giving you? Some of them are giving you a breakfast. They're giving you the internet. They're giving you access to the pool, to the ocean and stuff. Some of them don't give you anything. So, like, I question that fee. It's like, why would I want to pay a $50 resort fee that's not giving me anything to pay for? So, at the end of the day, when it comes down to a fee, whether it's Doordash, whether it's a credit card or it's your financial portfolio with something, negotiate it. I mean, that's what this beautiful about this country is. It's a freedom of speech. Negotiate. Hey, can I change this fee? What's the worst answer someone could possibly give you? No.
That is the biggest struggle that I have. I like to be positive, and I'm a pleaser. That's part of my personality is asking that thing because as my wife says, when we talk about this, well, gosh, the worst thing they could say is no, but I'm like, I don't want to hear. I just want to, and that's the thing. And then you end up leaving money on the table when you kind of get sort of act too humble, I guess, if you will. So I agree about that. So, okay. If somebody comes to you, Dolph, and I know you're educated, but if somebody has that first complimentary review with you, among the other things you can look under the hood and check in their retirement portfolio, do you have a special test that you look for those extra fees?
First thing I do.
Okay.
When someone asks for a second opinion, the first thing I do, I'm looking through the whole portfolio is I want to determine how much they're paying in fees a year between all their products. I met with this gentleman, Tony, out in Salisbury a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And such a nice guy. But I mean, he had like 6 or 7 different accounts. He just, I just need a review. My other agent just retired, and I haven't really have anybody to work with. I heard you, So we went through it. And Tony, he's pretty well off. And when I looked at Tony, and I said, "Do you realize that you're paying over $11,000 a year in fees?" And he said, "What?"
Wow.
And I said, "You're paying over $11,000 in fees right now. So in the next 10 years, you're going to be paying over $150,000 just in fees." And he's like, Where are the fees at? And I started showing him, and I go, "What are you getting for those?" So I don't know. I go, "Could you use an extra $1,000 a month?" He's like, "Hell yeah." And we readjusted because he just didn't know. He just assumed that everything was built in and everything was chip dandy and red, yellow, green. Here we go. And it was wrong. And he was like, "Holy cow, boom," because he was paying this broker 0.75% on his $500,000 portfolio. He was paying variable annuity fees that he didn't realize. And he was paying for things he didn't even know he had. And it's like, I mean, the guy had a CD. He was getting paying a fee for a CD because he paid for a fee to enhance his rate. And I'm like, holy cow. It was called an equity linked CD, and which they're not very familiar out there anymore, but people sell those things and offer those things. But there is a reason for them because they're getting a big commission and a fee for it. I get commissions, but my commissions come from the companies I work with. It doesn't come out of the client's pocket. And I'm like, your broker you look at your last 5 years, Tony, your account has increased $27,000. Mm-hmm. But in the last 5 years, you've paid $57,000 in fees. Who's ahead? You or the broker?
Yeah.
And he's like, the broker is. The broker made $57,000. How do you think he was able to retire at 55 years old? Because he's getting all $57,000 a year in fees just from you. Imagine how much he's getting from everybody else.
Right.
So at the end of the day, snap your fingers, do your due diligence, and accept the truth. You can make mistakes over and over and over in life. Sometimes you just have to take a step back and say, okay, they got one on me. Time for me to fight back. Future to live, and I'm going to go for it.
Hey, big thanks to Jerry for emailing Dolph and the team at info@cisforlife.com and coming in with a great subject about. So you hear that? That's Dolph crumbling up bad fees and throwing them under the table. This subject about good and bad fees, it could be good for one. There's very few instances, but it's like it's good for that person to pay extra for that, but not for that one. Each person's situation is different. This also is not some siren to tell you, oh, I don't need to pay any advisors. I'm just going to do this all on my own. My goodness. I mean, we just said the first thing that happens when people sit down with Dolph and the team is they look and see how bloated is your account with those fees. They have tools to look at, and having looked at this hundreds of times over these last 20 plus years, and they could find it almost immediately and know what to look for. Dolph, thank you so much for enlightening us on that, sir. And let's hope we scrap the junk fees here, huh?
Yeah, thank you everyone for listening out there, and thanks again, Jerry, for the inquiry. And I look for more from everybody. And again, Doug, wishing you the best at A11, and it's been a pleasure and an honor. And Alfred, thanks for everything you do as well. And I'm looking forward to finding out my new host is going to be here in the next month or so, and hope he's half the gentleman you are.
Alfred Romero is who you referred to there, Dolph, our producer of this show, man. Alfred, my buddy. Alfred, the reason that you and I know each other, Dolph, by the way, okay, because Alfred's the one that got me in touch about this job. So very thankful to him. If you want to schedule an Ask Me Anything session, 20-minute session with Dolph and the team, 704-919-0149 at Clear Income Strategies, and you can go to guardyoursavings.com. Guardyoursavings.com that goes to Clear Income Strategies Group. One last note, a reminder, August 22nd and 23rd, Medicare, Social Security, and taxes educational seminars. One's at a library, another at a country club. If you call 704-919-0149 or fill out the contact form at guardyoursavings.com or email info@cisforlife.com. You can get information about those. Special guest speaker with you, Dolph. It's going to be snacks, light snacks and drinks, but a chance to hang out and network with people in your same season of life. He is Dolph Janis, the founder, insurance professional, income strategist at Clear Income Strategies Group. Again, go to guardyoursavings.com to get in touch with Dolph. I'm Doug Turnbull. It's been an honor, everybody. Dolph, it's been an honor to you too. Thanks for letting us stop by, and have a great day.
Take care, everybody. Thanks for listening, and God bless.
By contacting us, you may be provided with information about insurance products, including annuities offered through Randall Janis, North Carolina Insurance License number 8483456. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties. Dolph Janis is not licensed in all 50 states. To find out if Dolph Janis is licensed in your state, please call 704-919-0149.